Well, my name's Bradley Slavik. I decided to run for school board because I had some run-ins with the administration when my daughter was going to Three Oaks School, and it got me interested into the mechanics as to how the school runs. And I went to some of the meetings, and I have to say I was kind of surprised. The incident that actually got me really fired up was one day my wife called me and told me my daughter came to ET, which is the Park District's after-school care, extended time it's called, and she was wearing some other child's clothes. Somebody had brought in clothes for their child, I guess, and gave the first name, Rhiannon, which is my daughter's name, and the nurse came and pulled my daughter out of class, and no one at the office had actually decided to get a last name, pull ID, find out who they were actually for, who was delivering the clothes. So they pulled my daughter out of class and put her in clothes that were clearly for a child about 3 years younger than her. And I was livid. I took a piece out of the principal, I took a piece out of the nurse, I took a piece out of Mr. Coleman. I told him, what happens if someone delivers a lunch to a child and you get the name wrong, and you deliver a peanut butter sandwich to a child with a peanut butter allergy? All I'm saying here is no bad intentions, but you don't have proper safeguards in place just for common sense things. If somebody drops something off, you need to be pulling ID. You need to know exactly which child it's going for and whether this person is authorized to drop off things for that child. So I started going to some of the meetings. And I gotta tell you, they had an accountant there before this woman, and he was terrible. Never could answer a single question. Every time was, oh, I'll hit you up with the next meeting. It was crap that he should have been able to answer with QuickBooks in 10 minutes. And I'm not an accountant, but I'm pretty close. I mean, I'm a mathematician, I'm a computer programmer. I've been independent since 1995. I've lived in Cary since 1998, supported myself, pay my own health insurance, pay my own taxes. So I know my way around QuickBooks. And I made it a point in several meetings consecutively of questioning his competence, questioning his ability to answer questions, and I was ecstatic when they replaced him with this woman because she is fantastic. I have never questioned her ability to extract data from the accounting data for the district. However, I don't think we're doing as good of a job as we could be doing in tracking finances. I've heard a lot of people here say that they want to be able to run the district like a business. I don't know. There's some gut appeal for that, but somehow I think a lot of people don't really, in fact, I don't think you can get the board to really back this notion, although there's some merit to it. What I hear when someone says they want to run a school board like a business is you have to be willing to look at every single expense you make and make the same decision that you would make if it was a business. So in other words, if we have teachers who are making $70,000 a year, that doesn't mean that they're making $70,000 a year next year. Your job is worth not what you made last year, what someone is willing to do it for this year. Now, I'm not saying that we need to cut the teachers. I'm not saying we need to cut the administrators. But I'm saying when you tell me that you want to run it like a business, I expect that those are the questions you should be bringing up. And if somebody isn't willing to take this approach, then let's not say we're going to run it like a business, because that's what a business is about. It's not what I paid last year to get the lawn cut. It's what someone's willing to do it for this year. So, I don't have any particular facts or studies or figures saying that we're overspending in a certain area. I am going to say that I am disappointed with the level of support for people with with special needs in the district. Both special needs, just getting regular academic competence, and people with special needs who excel. I don't see music programs to the level that I'd like to do. I certainly had to push the junior high to get them working towards math contests. I had to push very hard on the vice principal, Eric Larson, for that. He had no plan in place for that until I pushed him 5 or 6 times over the summer to get a teacher on board. Even though he kept telling me that he used to be a math teacher, became a vice principal, and he wanted to keep a hand in the game. And I urged him, I said, you want a hand in the game? Spend an hour after school once a week and go over math problems with the kids. He didn't go for that. He eventually found a teacher to bite. But they're not really fully on for the math contests. They're at the lowest level of involvement in one of the free contests, not really signed up. And I'm a big fan of math contests because I was math champion of Illinois all 4 years running. I was science fair champion. So I do have a lot of background in the cutting edge of education. I know what I expect. I know what was available in the 80s when I went to school. I know technology has progressed significantly since then. I know the educational field has moved forward and probably knows a lot more about how to handle these people, how to inspire them, probably less expensively how to meet their goals. Probably have spent a lot more then to get the same level of achievement. So, I like what most of the other people have said, and I guess if elected, I would use my special skills of years of working for the government, for banks, I worked for Department of Interior, worked for University of Chicago, worked for Northern Trust, worked for Argonne through Department of Defense, and believe me, you cannot bury me under paperwork. I know how to dig my way through government level paperwork. So there is no fact that I will not dig through in the end and find you what the facts are. Now, we may disagree with the conclusions in the end of the facts, but I will get the facts for you. Anything anybody brings up to me, I will read through 2,000 pages of governmentese that cannot hold me. And I spent a lot of time litigating my own case for my 17-year-old daughter since I fired a lot of attorneys. You cannot bury me under legal paperwork. That's pretty much all my qualifications. I wouldn't say I'm unique or better qualified than anyone here, but I'd appreciate your support.
Thanks, Brad.
Is that the last one?
That's the last one.